Hey Todd, sorry this is so late. I don't expect you to see this tonight. It's just kind of been one of those crazy days. We keep our son home from school on Wednesdays. It's just been kind of tough to get anything done today. For the website audit I talked to you about, I'd like to just kind of give you a brief overview of where you guys are sitting for both the map pack and the organic rankings, and kind of how you can improve both of those to kind of help drive some more business your guys' way. The search term I'm using today is insurance brokers for Beaverton, Oregon. Obviously there's many search terms you could use, and depending on search volumes, you can kind of go through those and kind of target your highest volume search terms for what you're really going after for getting you guys ranked higher. So for the map listing for the Google My Business, obviously with you doing all this on your own up until recently, you kind of understand how this works, how your reviews is a big part of this, and then also your citations. So citations being all your local directories where you're listing your business name, and your phone number and your address. So for insurance brokers, Beaverton, Oregon, I have you guys sitting 6th right now, right here at 6th. And I have this tool, it's called Whitespark. This is what I use to check and see how many citations everybody has, kind of give me a good indication. This also shows you where they get their citation sources from. This is a paid tool I use. It's like $30 a month or something like that. But what's nice about this is you can see where they're at, and then you can also copy those, which is super nice as you're kind of ticking these off and adding more to them. So I have you guys with 71 citation sources. JMI Insurance, who actually I don't think yeah, there they are. So JMI is at 62. Top ranked for this search term is actually Courtney Rogers. So she only has 40. With you guys having more citations and still not being the top of this, because this is a broad search term, this isn't going to be relevant to location because I'm not searching obviously in the Portland location. So the citations really should be bringing you guys up. So there might be some back end stuff on your guys' GMB to where it's just not fully optimized. That could be kind of keeping you guys from getting that top spot. One of the things I would definitely recommend is just kind of increasing the citation sources. Just kind of make it to where you're just kind of blowing everybody out of the water to where the more times you're mentioned, Google's going to kind of bring that authority with you, and kind of move you guys up in these rankings. But for insurance brokers, Beaverton, Oregon, it has you guys at 6th. So going back to this page here, for the organic rankings, when I'm looking at kind of where a business is located or ranked, Yelp, you kind of can pretty much toss them out of the boat. Just because Google really likes to move up the mom and pop shops, or like the local branches or businesses. They like to put them above these big directory sites like Yelp. So them being in the top 2 spots, that's not really a concern of mine whatsoever. Every once in a while, Yelp might be getting someone that's like paying to be ranked high within them, and so they might have somebody doing some SEO side from in Yelp. But 99% of the time, you're able to pass these guys up pretty easily. Looking at rankings for this search term, Jamin Insurance is sitting 3rd. You have West Coast Insurance Brokers, and those are the 2 that I'll kind of talk about more so here in just a little bit. So looking at your guys' site, really well built site. I don't know if you built this yourself. I know you said you've been doing a lot of this SEO work on your own, but very well built site. The one thing I would say compared to some of your competitors, and we'll kind of dive into theirs a little more later, like I said, content's kind of light on this homepage. I believe the number is like 80% of all websites who are in the number 1 spot have at least 1,500 words of content on the homepage. So, and I know it's tough with some niches to get 1,500 words of content, but adding a little more content, maybe, putting some descriptions and stuff in here on some of these different policy plans you guys offer could definitely help you guys out and be an easy way of getting some extra content in there. But overall, I like the site, very user friendly. So back end stuff I can't really look at without having access to the site, but looking at the front end of it, it looks really good. So diving into your backlinks. So this is a tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. They have a paid subscription. It's like $50 a month or something like that. But it kind of hides a lot of the information. The one I'm using is like 180. They do have like a 7-day paid trial that goes at $180 a month plan after that 7 days. But if you're wanting to just hop on here and take a look at this stuff, that's $7 and get you access to see everything that I'm showing you today. So for your backlinks, obviously you've been doing some of this on your own. I don't know if you fully understand how the backlinks work, but pretty much you're linking site A to site B, and in turn you're getting some of that backlink juice back to your site. So that's what you're looking for, is a do follow link that's going to allow you to get that backlink juice to come back to your site. So for referring domains, you have 41 total. And only 20 of those are giving you that backlink juice back. So increasing that number would definitely help you guys out there. And then something I kind of talked to you about a little bit on the phone earlier was the relevance of your backlinks. So diving into this here. My internet's been super slow today, so this might take just a sec. Okay, so diving into this. Obviously, the more powerful a backlink, so a good way I've had this explained to me is like a high school popularity contest. So if you have the most popular kid at school who has really good rankings, for example, okay, so say comparing that to a website, if you have the most popular kid at school that's saying, hey, you're cool also, that's going to bring your popularity up with it if you're getting those do follow links. So you really want to target a site that is very close for the domain rating and the URL rating. So with these metrics here, that's not going to really help you out too much. I mean, yeah, a backlink, which is great, but you really want a closer metric, and you really want those numbers to be higher. And then the other thing I talked about on the phone was relevant backlinks. So Stroller 5K, definitely a good backlink, but not really relevant, and it doesn't really have that authority. But having another backlink on the web is never going to hurt you guys. This one, MapQuest, it does have your guys's, it does have insurance in there, so that's okay. You guys have quite a few for MapQuest and Yellow Pages. These are more of like your citations, which do count as a backlink, but it's not really bringing you that authority and link juice back to your site that you're really wanting. So just really focusing on getting that relevant backlink is going to really help you guys out and kind of set you guys apart from a lot of what your competition's doing. This one here looks super spammy. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Looks German or something, I don't know. But these kind of links will actually hurt your site more than they're going to help it. So it does have decent metrics in that 71 to 10. I mean, I'd like those numbers to be closer, but it does come across as kind of a spammy link, and Google can oftentimes penalize your sites and not let them move up as fast as they would just with that link being in there. So looking at your competition, that top ranked was JMI Insurance. Their site, they have, quite a bit more content on here. Looking at their backlinks and all this stuff here. So they have 45 do follow referring domains, and diving into theirs. As we're loading here, I clicked on the wrong one. I meant to click that one. There we go. So, you know, they have a little bit more as far as relevant. So your protected.net, agency nationwide. I actually have quite a bit underneath that one. Getting a link from Progressive. So then again, they have these citation links within Yellow Pages. So really just, you know, they have more do follow links than you guys. They have a little bit more relevance, but not a whole lot. But if you guys were able to, you know, get some more of those do follow links and just continue on with the relevance, that'll definitely help you guys out. West Coast Insurance, I did look at their site. They don't really have a whole lot content wise, and you know, it seemed like they kind of offered, you know, a little different services than you guys. They're more geared towards businesses, not really individuals. And then they also do like the cannabis insurance and stuff like that. So I didn't really look into this too much. Their referring domains is pretty weak. So the reason why they're ahead of you, I really couldn't tell you. You know, Google does some weird stuff sometimes that you can't really explain, but you guys do have more. They only have 6 do follow referring domains, but you know, just continuing to tick away at that and getting those extra backlinks would definitely help you guys out and bringing up your rankings. I think that pretty much covers everything I was wanting to talk to you about. So yeah, you know, top couple sites there. I had you guys ranked 11th for this search term. But you know, all these same principles apply. So this is obviously going to be covering for your local market. And if you're wanting to target some of these national keywords, that's definitely something we could do also. It's a lot tougher task, but it's definitely a doable task. So if you have any questions on this, I'm sorry for the length. Usually I try to keep these around 8 minutes or so, but I definitely wanted to give you a lot of good information for this. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know. Thanks.